So we're back again for another team selection video, and this time it'll be more of what I'm looking to do, mixed with some of the ideas from yesterday's video, because I do have some catching up to do in my mini leagues. So I'm not promising that this will be my final team, but let's take a look at who I have eyes on for this final weekend of Six Nations action. So my front row is currently Ellis Genge, Dan Sheehan and Cyril Baille. Now we all know my thoughts on Ellis Genge. He's been exceptional for England of late, but unfortunately he hasn't carried them to any success. His scrummaging last week against a decent Irish pack was unbelievable, so I think he'll be up for the challenge in Paris. Cyril Baille has been immense for France and will be a real powerhouse if they are to rival England's scrum. So I'm expecting a lot of responsibility on Baille's shoulders. And as for Sheehan, well, he's just really stepped up, to be honest, since Kelleher got injured, and Ireland certainly haven't missed anything. He seems to get on the ball a lot and carry, which is always good for fantasy points, and is also capable of making a few metres with a touchline run or two, as he did against England last week. In the second row, I've gone with all English in Laws and Itoje. Now you may be thinking, why on earth would you go all in on England? Well, the answer is I need to do something different to get me up in the leaderboards, and England are the kind of team to ruin someone else's party. In my opinion, I don't think they'll do it. I think France will dominate and win the game, but it is very England to do something like that. So I've kept all the English players tight in this pack, as I feel this is where they are probably best at the moment. And they're struggling with so many injuries within the backs, with the likes of Farrell, Tuolangi, Johnny May and Anthony Watson all out. So who knows if this will pay off, but I would rather back an England win than a Scottish win in Ireland. I might be wrong, but let's just wait and see. In the back row, I've gone pretty standard really. I think lots of people will be having these picks in, so not looking for many differentials. First of all, I've gone with Van der Fleer. He's just a really great ball carrier as well as a turnover threat. And being a 7, that's exactly what you want, and Ireland have really utilised him lately. He's been one of their best players and I expect him to be right up for it for Ireland's title push. Faletau picks himself. He's been so good since he's come back from injury, and I don't see Italy stopping him. He's also got great fitness as well, so I expect him to punish Italy later on in the game. And then there's Aldrit, who's just great as well. If France are going to win the Grand Slam, then he will be at the forefront in terms of touches, carries and metres made, because he's such an asset for France. In my opinion, they will win the Grand Slam, and it'll be because of the work done up front by the likes of Aldrit and Baille. But as I say, lots of people will probably be picking Aldrit in their teams. At halfbacks, I've picked Dupont, of course. He's just brilliant and thrives off the big stage, and there's no bigger stage than England at home in Paris with the opportunity to win a Grand Slam. So my money is definitely on a France win and Dupont to lift the title. And then I've gone with Sexton, mainly over Smith because I believe Ireland are more nailed on to win their game, and Sexton will be playing his final game against Scotland in the Aviva. Obviously he's got next year, but that's away in Scotland. So the Irish will want to give him the penultimate Six Nations send-off that he really deserves, and have the chance of winning the Six Nations. In the centres, I've gone with Dante and Ringrose. I think that I went with this pair in yesterday's video, but they are linchpins for their sides. They are just a great carrying option in the backs and can make great metres against English and Scottish defences. I am worried about Henshaw on the bench with Ringrose, however, I think it's usually Aki who comes off. So not much else to say on these guys, they'll do the job and hopefully can nick some tries as well. And in the back three, I'm doubling up on Welsh wingers with Adams and Zamet. I'm just too scared that I'll miss out on loads of points if I only pick one of them. I could probably have picked Penaud or Lowe here, but who would I switch out, Zamet or Adams? I can't imagine both wingers will be getting heap loads of points, but I had to put both of them in because it's Wales against Italy at the Millennium Stadium. So what more can I say? And at fullback, I've gone with Stuart Hogg. If Scotland are to come away with anything in Ireland, it'll be from Hogg's persistence. Hogg is always likely to get good meters, and being the last game, why not just go out there and express yourself? So I'm hoping for lots of running meters from Hogg, and hopefully another try. And on my bench, I've gone with Simmons and Darge, who will need big games if their sides are going to win this weekend, being the underdogs. Both offer similar threats in turnover and carrying, so I'm expecting a decent return from these two. And as my super sub, I'm currently with Hardy, but my mind is not set. I explained in yesterday's video why Hardy is a great pick, with his tempo injections into the game. But tomorrow I'll have another video outlining who I think are the best picks for super sub and captain options this week. As you can see, I haven't picked a captain yet either, so I'll be running through my ideas tomorrow in the video. So stay tuned, turn notifications on to not miss out. It's going to be a big weekend no matter what the outcome is. So that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow in the next one.